Can a newborn baby be racist? It's an intriguing question, isn't it? Yet it opens the door to a deep exploration of the psychological origins of racism. Racism is not an inherent trait, but a learned behavior, a product of societal conditioning and personal experiences. The roots of racism are embedded deep within the human psyche, and to uproot it, we first need to understand it. Let's dive into the psychological reasons behind racism. At the heart of racism is the concept of othering. It's a psychological process where individuals categorize people into in-groups and out-groups, and it's a natural part of human cognition. We tend to favor those who are in our in-group, those who we perceive as similar to us, and discriminate against the out-group, those who are different. This behavior is a survival mechanism that dates back to our ancestors. When this othering is fueled by negative stereotypes and prejudice, it becomes racism. Stereotypes are simplified and generalized beliefs about a particular group. They act as mental shortcuts, helping us quickly process information about others. However, they also distort our perception of reality, leading us to make biased judgments. Fear is another potent factor in the rise of racism. Fear of the unknown, fear of losing social status, or fear of resource scarcity can all lead to racism. When people feel threatened, they tend to cling more strongly to their in-group and become more hostile towards the out-group. Then there's the role of social learning. Racism is often passed down from generation to generation. Children observe and imitate the behavior of their parents, peers, and influential figures. If they grow up in an environment where racism is normalized, they're likely to adopt similar attitudes. Finally, we cannot overlook the influence of institutionalized racism. Systemic structures and policies can perpetuate racial inequalities and reinforce racist attitudes. In summary, racism is a complex issue with deep psychological roots. It stems from the natural human tendency to categorize people into in-groups and out-groups, is fueled by negative stereotypes and fear, is learned through social environments, and is perpetuated by institutional structures. It's important to remember, however, that while these psychological mechanisms may explain the origins of racism, they don't justify it. Recognizing these mechanisms can help us challenge our biases, encourage empathy, and promote social change. We may not have been born racist, but we live in a world where racism exists. It's our responsibility to educate ourselves, question our prejudices, and strive for a world where everyone is valued and treated equally, regardless of their race. Understanding racism is the first step towards eradicating it. So let's continue this journey of understanding together.